In today's slop, Joe Rogan pretends to be a doctor again. Can't he get arrested for this, dude? Like, I'm sick and tired of seeing this potato dish out more medical advice than your average doctor. If you impersonate a doctor, you can get arrested, but am I calling for the public arrest of Joe Rogan? I think I am. Bro, I would arrest him. A citizen's arrest.
Joe, it's killing me.
Yeah.
And I got it injected.
With
and
stem cells? Would they inject
No,
it
no,
with?
I don't do stem cells.
Why not?
I don't believe in stem cells.
You don't believe in them?
No.
But you believe in that little baby Jesus?
Oh,
but
it does.
my question is,
But
how come
no,
you don't believe in stem cells?
I had too many people, based just on people that went and did stem cells.
Uh-huh.
And what happened? They went back and did it again.
Okay.
Did it again.
Right.
Didn't work.
Okay, didn't work at all?
Same symptoms came. No. It worked. It worked for a little bit.
Right. Well, what are these people dealing with? What's wrong with them? They're going back and back and back.
Mostly knees
Right.
and ankles.
Okay. So
Okay.
you're probably talking about arthritis. You're
Yeah.
probably talking about
Yeah.
degenerative knee conditions, ankle
Maybe.
conditions. So the amount of damage that you're trying to repair with stem cells, you're going to get a little bit of benefit in something like that if
Exactly.
it's that far gone. But
And
stem
my-
cells work.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad they work. You do stem cells?
100%. Yeah.
Oh, what hurts?
I had a rotator cuff tear that completely went away.
No, that's at least a year.
That's what you say.
At least a year.
I had a full-length rotator cuff tear.
Okay.
I got stem cell shot into it.
full tear.
Full tear. My doctor told me I 100% was going to need surgery. I went to an orthopedic surgeon that the UFC recommended, so they
If
sent
I
me to their
finish
guy.
this, Joe, excuse me.
Please go.
But if I finish this, I'm probably going to believe you.
You don't have to believe me or
no.
not believe me. I'm telling the truth.
So here is the Joe Rogan experience to a T. Just two dudes who know nothing about medicine over here having a debate about medicine. That's what it is right now. That's what it is. I feel like I'm listening to like a medical consultation. You know what I mean? Somebody needs to give Rogan a lab coat, a stethoscope, have him check the heartbeat of his own guest before they start the pod. Could you imagine him just putting a stethoscope? He's like, yeah, man. Yeah, man. And this dumbass to put the stethoscope in your freaking belly button. This is the thing that gets me about Joe Rogan. He makes you feel uncomfortable. He uses language like, dude, I'm telling you the truth. Oh, you don't believe this? But you believe in that shit though? It's like he pushes you to a corner and just shouts out this to your face as if what he's saying is like the Bible or something. He even questions you. He questions you on your ground. That right there is what I don't like about this process. You know, and also the convo wasn't even about stem cells. Like Terry Bradshaw, the guest there, he was like basically telling a story, and this buffoon interrupts and makes the whole story about himself when it comes to stem cells. Like Joe Rogan often discusses medical topics in his pod in a way that physicians, scientists, and even public health experts, they themselves believe Rogan is misleading his own listeners. Rogan has a huge platform. He has a responsibility, but yet day in and day out, he, dishes out unsupported claims for his own followers to listen. People can actually get hurt due to taking Joe Rogan's medical advice. Like that right there is what it truly pisses me off. Fuck this guy, dude. Fuck this guy. Screw him, man. I just like he's contributing nothing to society. Like he is harming society with these undisputed claims. So yeah, in this video, we're going to talk about Joe Rogan. So yeah, y'all know me, man. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So here's the next clip.
So I get this stem cell treatment in
Yeah.
Vegas. Dr. Roddy McGee hooks me up with the stem cell treatment. And then 6 months later, he gives me an MRI and he says, the rotator cuff tear is completely gone. He goes, I've never seen anything like this in my life. He goes, it's gone. Literally, the tear doesn't
You had
exist
baby
anymore.
Jesus in your pocket.
No, I had science.
All right. Hey.
It works. You'd be silly to ignore breakthrough science like this because there's a reason why so many people are doing it. And the reason why so many people are doing it is, look, it's not a miracle. It's not going to fix things that are unfixable.
No,
like bone-on-bone arthritis, it's not going to fix
That's
that.
what I'm dealing
But it
with.
might reduce some of the inflammation and give you at least temporary relief.
So before I continue with this video, I am not trying to take anything away from stem cells. From what I've gathered, I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert. But from what I'm gathered online, it definitely varies on a case-by-case basis, the overall effectiveness of it. But this is what Joe Rogan uses, his language, and what truly gets me and pisses me off. He says, and I quote, dude, it works. He also says, you'd be silly to ignore this. See, again, he's over here questioning you again. Like, he's outright giving medical advice in front of millions of people, bruh. Arrest this man. Like, it's like, bruh, if one of us if my dumbass was outside giving medical advice, bruh, I would get arrested like this. I'm about to call the federal authorities on this dude, man. Anyways, this is Perplexity, Joe Rogan's AI sponsor. I typed in, would you recommend stem cell usage to people? Let's see what it says. It says, it depends on what kind of stem cell treatment, for what condition, and whether it's part of the standard medical care or an unproven clinical offering. For some conditions, yes, stem cell usage is well established and can be life-saving. For many other uses, though, people hear about, especially clinics advertising stem cells for joint pain, anti-aging, autism, and stuff like that, I would be very cautious. A lot of these treatments are not well proven, may be expensive, and can carry real risks such as infection, immune reactions, amongst others. So yeah, even Joe Rogan's AI sponsor says it varies on a case-by-case basis, And from what I've read as well, I mean, again, correct me if I'm wrong, but, the effectiveness does range. Again, my problem is not with him promoting stem cells. My problem is his overall language, his confidence, his overall, like how he comes across condescending to you, his demeanor, he's like, you're an idiot for not listening to this. What are you talking about? You believe in that shit though, but not this? That language right there is what pisses me off. Like, he is so sure of himself when even medical experts who have been studying this for years, they themselves will tell you, hey man, it's not proven yet. In Rogan's head, he's like, well, it worked for me, so it's going to work for everybody else. It doesn't work like that. And I did some research, and it basically states here that the FDA states that blood-forming stem cells products are approved for certain disorders affecting blood production. However, there are areas that are promising but still experimental. Researchers right now are studying stem cells for Parkinson's disease, spinal cord injury, heart disease. Some early trials show promise, but most treatments for these conditions are still considered experimental and are not standard medical care. I also found right here that the FDA, NIH, and CDC have repeatedly warned that many clinics market stem cell treatments for arthritis, back pain, anti-aging, without sufficient evidence that they are safe or even effective. Another one right here states the CDC similarly states that the FDA-approved stem cell treatments are currently limited primarily to certain blood and immune system disorders, and that many other marketed uses remain unapproved. Lastly, it says here, stem cells are a legitimate and powerful area of medicine, but only a relatively small number of stem cell therapies are currently proven and approved. So I'm getting this from Harvard Stem Cell Institutes, the CDC, amongst others, but yet Joe Rogan is over here stating, no, it works 100%. This is exactly what's going to happen. Yet every single report that I just read you guys, it all says, varies on a case-by-case basis. It's currently proved. There's other departments and other areas of treatment where it's definitely unproved. It's still in the experimental stage. So why is Rogan so confident about this? Why is Rogan so... It's just his freaking ego, bruh.
Let me ask you something.
This woman,
Can I stop
let
you?
me tell you something. Let me tell you something about stem cells. They made a bladder for this woman out of stem cells. She had some sort of a bladder issue. I don't remember if it was cancer or what it was, but she had to have her bladder removed. They made a completely new bladder for her out of stem cells with her own skin tissue, put it back in her body, and now that's her bladder. So stem cells work.
Did that make the news?
Yeah. Oh, sure. There's articles written about it. Peer-reviewed papers
She's been
on it.
here?
No, she has not been here, nor has the doctor that did it. But I'm aware of the story.
If it works for you and you believe it, who am I to...
What do you mean believe it? Like she's got a bladder now.
No, if you believe, fine. But I mean, fine. That's
Listen,
good.
if you ever get injured, holler at me. I'll bring it a ways to get you some stem cells, and then we'll have another conversation afterwards.
Right.
You're like, wow, it fixed it.
That we're not arguing here.
No, we're not arguing, but I'm saying it.
But I just...
There's real reasons why these people travel to Tijuana and go to these different places.
And
Again, right here, the language he uses. He says, what do you mean? He's questioning you. He's like basically questioning your intelligence. This is trust me, bro, politics. This is trust me, bro, medicine, bruh. Oh, I heard from a friend. Who's the source? It's a friend. Don't worry about it. You know, it's online. Just Google it, dude. That's what it is right now. Just Google it, dude. You know, that is Joe Rogan's philosophy with everything. Just Google it. And I want to talk about Ways to Well for a second, because he keeps on repeating it towards the end. Ways to Well, the medical center that Joe Rogan frequently visits. There's been actually a lot of criticism regarding that Ways to Well. You know, critics argue that it markets therapy such as stem cell treatments. Hey, what do you know? What do you know? Peptides and longevity interventions before strong clinical evidence exists for many of their advertised uses. You see, like, it makes sense now. It makes sense. The frequent Ways to Well clinic that he always goes to now has this tied to it. We also just saw the big toe in the White House promoting Ibogaine, which again is not 100% approved yet. Again, I have no problems with Ibogaine, you know, stem cell. I want to keep on stating this because I feel like some people might say in the comment section, dude, well, stem cells and Ibogaine, it worked for me though. Yes, and I'm happy if it did, but it's still per doctors varies on a case-by-case basis. But again, the main thing that gets me is his overall language.
Well, you know, ivermectin won the Nobel Prize for human beings, for use in human beings.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
it's good for yellow fever, dengue fever. It's an anti-parasitic that also has antiviral properties.
Yeah,
so,
I didn't know that. Obviously, I wasn't as well informed as you are.
yeah, well, I got in trouble for it.
Oh, well, so did I.
Well, I got in trouble like publicly, like on CNN. The White House talked about it during. I got overcaught. You don't know the story, so and for the people that know the story, I'm sorry I have to repeat it.
Yeah.
Is that it was horse dewormer, and if you're a person who works with animals, with horses,
Cattle.
with cows,
I only knew it was cattle.
It is a dewormer, but that's like saying penicillin is a veterinary medicine. No, well they use penicillin on animals. They also use penicillin on humans. It's like it's medicine. We're mammals. We have similar medicines. That's what ivermectin is. It stops viral replication, and that's the benefit
But
that a
was
lot
it
of people.
proven? You knew more about it than I did because
Well, I had to find
being
out
a farmer,
about it
that's
because
all
of-
I'd used it for. That's
Yeah,
all
I mean,
used
it's
it for.
very effective as a dewormer.
Yeah.
But it also stops viral replication. And
But
you
I
know,
wasn't
this-
going to take it. I don't care if they'd have said this is guaranteed. I wasn't going to take that.
You wouldn't take it even if it was prescribed to you by your doctor?
Well, that'd be a different story.
Right. Well,
My
mine
doctor
was
said,
prescribed to me
but
by
I'm
my
married
doctor.
to a doctor, and my doctor said we're not taking him.
Really?
But he's still on this ivermectin thing. This really broke Joe Rogan. Like that right there really broke him. You know, that whole experience, what happened with the COVID and ivermectin. Like, I think this was the beginning of the free fall for Joe. For those who don't know, in September of 2021, Rogan announced that he had tested positive for COVID-19. You know, he said he used a variety of treatments, including ivermectin, and reported that he recovered quickly. Ivermectin is a real FDA-approved drug used to treat certain parasitic infections in humans and animals, but the controversy was not whether ivermectin exists or has legitimate medical uses. The controversy was whether ivermectin was effective towards treating COVID-19. And from what I've gathered right now, it says here, as of today, major medical organizations and treatment guidelines generally do not recommend ivermectin as a routine treatment for COVID-19 because clinical trials have not demonstrated a clear benefit that outweighs the uncertainty. Again, this is all ego-based. I should have said this at the beginning of the video. This is all ego-based. His ego is big. You know, this is why he can't take a simple no from his guest. I'm telling you, he dishes out medical advice more than your average doctor. And that right there is insane, man. Anyways, I think that's it for today. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Till next video. Peace, y'all.